Hello everyone and welcome to today's YouTube video. Now today, as you can probably tell already, I am wearing a brand new t-shirt, as you will have seen in the video yesterday. I hope you've all had a wonderful start to your weekend already, and today's revision video is hopefully going to be useful to some of you, because I know this was quite well requested. So if you do want any other tips, just message me and I will be sure to give you any others that I think of. But this video is going to be tips straight off the top of my head, things that I do when I revise. So most of you will know now that I'm coming up to the end of my year at university, my final year in fact, and I have a dissertation to write. So this is kind of in advance for me because I'm not revising just yet, but if I do end up revising, then I'm sure, you know, you guys will appreciate this video, and I may even use some of the tips myself. So first thing I'm going to suggest is that you have a revision book. Now, for my university revision, I've always been writing it in here. I find writing it actually easier than just sat reading it, because there's three processes really that you should go through. You should either read it, make notes, or write the same thing out again but in your own words, or say it out loud. Now, I do all three things when I'm actually revising, so I will read a textbook, I will write what I think, you know, what it's trying to say basically, and then I'll read it aloud to myself. Now, these are three tips that I strongly recommend you try, even if it's for science, maths, English, whatever subject you're doing, just use these three steps. So if you read a textbook, or if you read a piece of your work and, you know, you're not entirely sure what it means, maybe ask your teacher if you're really not sure, or ask a friend. Friends are always useful for just helping you out or testing you on these kind of revision things. Second one is writing. Now, if there's, say, something you need to know, so for instance, if I look in my revision book, obviously this is unrelated to some of what you're doing, but in terms of motivation theories, I used to have to know. Like, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is one thing that I used to have to know, and I still know it now off the top of my head because of the methods I used. You know, I'd write what the theory is, I would then say it aloud, and I would read it out of a textbook as well. So there's basically three processes that I would go through. My next suggestion is actually to make a revision timetable. Now, I personally have never done this because it's not my kind of thing. I don't work, I don't stick to it, so I don't always see the point in making one. But if you think it's something you can stick to, even if it's just, you know, let's do, I don't know, 10 o'clock, let's do science, 12 o'clock we'll have lunch, do some more science, tea time, have a break, watch some TV. Goodness knows what time you get up in the morning. Let's say it's 10 o'clock, because for the majority of people it probably is. I'm up before 10 o'clock, but that's just because I don't sleep very well anyway. My next tip is actually to write, write revision cards. So I have, somewhere in my room, I've got a pack of revision cards that are about this big. They're basically bits of square paper with lines on. You can buy them any stationery place, or you can even just use, you know, bits of card and cut them out yourself. Write little notes on them, whether it's full sentences, whether it's just a few words that will trigger your memory when you're trying to remember it all. You know, write little cue cards, because they're good in presentations as well. So if you get used to using cue cards, it will help you in the future. I've used cue cards a lot for revision, and to this day they've seemed to help me revise. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this year I'll be okay. My final tip off the top of my head is actually to, again, meet up with your friends. If you're revising a subject and you're not sure on something, either speak to your teacher, ask a friend, or try and work it out for yourself. And if that really doesn't work, email your teacher or go and see them if it's a GCSE teacher. A-level it's slightly different because you can go and see them as well. But at university you pretty much have to email them, because if they're somewhere else during the day, you're not sure where they are. So you can probably email them in school as well if they give you their email addresses. But my top tip from me is either email them, ask one of your friends, or try and work it out by getting a textbook or something from the library. Which is another point actually, make sure you use your school library. I know most of you watching this video probably already do. If you don't, I'm not saying, you know, you have to use your library, but it does help. Using your library does help, and it is really beneficial to you. So I hope this video is some kind of help as to tips for revision. I do apologise for the lighting, but it is a beautiful sunny day outside, and I hope everyone likes the merchandise I'm wearing from Pointless Blog. I do have a poster as well, which you will shortly see in the back of a video somewhere. Either if I rotate my room a bit, or if I just, you know, have it in the background. Obviously it won't be on this background because there is nowhere to put it at the moment, because it's too big to put here. But I will see you all very soon, and I just want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's and today's video. I have done 2 videos for this week for you, if not more, and I will see you all very soon. So, bye guys!